Hello, welcome to Oxford Heirlooms. This is an introduction to project number 31, which I'm calling Day Gown and Bonnet. Now this project is for a little lady who will be making her appearance in the not too distant future. So it's going to be really very dainty. What I'm planning to do, the day gown is going to button up the front. It'll have rows of gathered lace on both sides of the button band, and it'll have some hand embroidery between each of the two little buttons. It'll have a sweet little hand hemmed with some hand embroidery along the hemline. It'll have tucks up at the shoulders with some hand embroidery in between between the tucks, and it'll have 3/4 length sleeves with entree beading and some pink silk ribbon in there. Okay, the bonnet is going to be a tea-cap bonnet. I'll show you the pattern I'm using in just a little bit, but it'll have some hand embroidery to match the day gown with some insertion lace and some gathered lace along the edges with some pink silk ribbons. Okay? All right, now the patterns that I'm using for this particular garment. For the day gown and the bonnet, I'm using Handsewing 1 from the Children's Corner. Now I'm going to use the Jennifer option because it has the button up the front with the lace on both sides, and it's got the tucks with the hand embroidery. And I'll use the tea-cap bonnet that comes in the pattern. Now, since the Jennifer gown comes with short puff sleeves, I'm going to use the sleeves from out of Old Fashioned Baby Layette Revised 1997. I'm going to use the little 3/4 sleeves from out of that particular pattern. Okay, now the materials list. This is a it's a fairly extensive little pattern. The materials list for a day gown and bonnet, what you'll need is 1.5 yards of white Swiss batiste, 1/2 yard of 3/8 inch Swiss entree beading, about 5 yards of entree will work, 4 yards of 5/8 inch French insertion lace, 6 yards of 1/2 inch French edging lace, 2 yards of 3/4 inch French edging lace, 11 each of 3/8 inch pearl buttons, 2.5 yards of 1/4 inch pink silk ribbon, 1 yard of 1 inch pink silk ribbon, and then the DMC flosses I'll be using for the embroidery design are 818 pink and number 369 green. Now, I have not created my embroidery design yet. I'm going to look at what comes in the pattern and see if I want to use it, or I might draw something up. Then my materials I have sitting out here. I've got my white Swiss batiste, I've got my entree, I've got my 3/8 inch or half, well, I forget how big that is, 1/2 inch, well, losing track here, 1/2 inch French edging lace, 5/8 inch insertion lace, and my 3/4 inch edging lace. And this is entree beading, if you don't know, if you've never seen entree beading before. Okay. All right, now I've got my 11 buttons, my 1 inch ribbon and my 1/4 inch ribbon, and my 818 floss and my 369 floss. I use those floss colors a lot because they're really some of my favorite colors. Have been for years. Okay, so once again, this is an introduction to project number 31, which I'm calling Day Gown and Bonnet. Okay, and the pattern that I'll be using for the most part is Handsewing 1 from Children's Corner pattern, the Jennifer option. And really, if you have a day gown pattern that buttons up the front and that has a 3/4 sleeve, it will probably work. It's just that the old-fashioned baby pattern that came in here, it didn't have lace on both sides of the button closure. So that's why I'm using the children's corner pattern. But I'll put the materials list up as a slide at the end of the video. But, you know, thank you